back inside because that's what she's been doing, but the door is closed, so maybe she won't. So we'll see if she can hang out here with me for a little bit before we happen to go back in. Of course, let's get a poll going. I have no idea what I'm going to be asking at the moment, so we'll figure this out as I'm writing it, I guess. How was your week? I guess that makes good sense as anything because today is Friday. Good, great, so bad. I guess that works. Here we are. Today is Friday, the 24th of May, I do believe. And we're just going to start this 1 hour live stream, just kind of chilling, relaxing, hanging out with Rosemary. Hello there, Itzel. This is Rosemary. She is one of 9 kitties that we have. She's kind of a bit blurry maybe with on the phone since she's so close. She's an older kitty. She's about 16 or 17. She's a good kitty though. She's a deaf kitty, so she can't hear. So I could do this and, well, she's seeing my hand, but normally she won't be able to do anything. Hello there, Ray. Hope all is going well down there with Darkness and Jess and Tabbykins and Macy and all the other kitties and Nori the doggy. Excuse me. Working and lurking. Sounds good, Ray. How was your week? So far we got a great and we got a so-so. Bless you, Rosie. Try to start these live streams typically with Rosemary outside if I can. Recently, though, she's been very not cooperating, let's say. I come out here to start these lives, she goes back in. I go back in, she comes back out. She definitely hasn't wanted to be on camera here recently. Yes, as my wife is saying, they're antisocial and just psychotic. But she's got some pretty green eyes. So hopefully everybody's doing well on this Friday evening. It's a question mark. Do you have a question? Or if you have a question, you can go ahead and put it in chat. Or if you're wondering something. I will get a little, not gross necessarily, but those who know these lives, I kind of say what's going on with our 9 cats. And recently Rosemary's been having some diarrhea. So some liquidy poop on occasion. But it seems like it's firming up somewhat, little by little, which is good. Ray, question, how is your mom doing? Is she still, I'm assuming, needing to find a new place as far as her GoFundMe? Hopefully that's going well. But just popped into my mind. But hopefully things are going well with her out there in Australia. What's up, Rosie? Got some birds chattering, cardinals. Some other noises going on out there. So Ray, yes, thinks she should be moved in by this time next week. Awesome. Alice, all cats can be smelly, just like humans. You have your smelly moments too, I'm sure. Itzel, to answer your questions, what is antisocial? Antisocial kind of means that you don't necessarily like being around other human beings, usually. And hello there, Tranquil, if I didn't say hello to you. Alice, that is not antisocial? Okay, so what is your definition of antisocial then, Alice? Please let us know. Educate us, if you don't mind. Tranquil, I saw, I'll have to see the video that I think you were posting with Miracle. I think Miracle had a surgery, is that correct? Did he get neutered, Tranquil, finally? I think you talked about that at some point in time, that he got neutered. Antisocial means you lack empathy, such as psychopaths and sociopaths. Okay. So, Alice, I could say, because you're calling a cat smelly, that you're lacking empathy towards this cat, right? Potentially? Just checking. Tranquil, yes, it finally happened. Awesome. Oh, well, Alice, I guess you're going to probably get timed out or kicked out of this live. I was trying to have a conversation with you, but you went and kind of used some words you shouldn't be. So I'm sorry about that. Thanks, Ray, for sweeping out the garbage that sometimes comes in. It happens. You never know. I haven't had that really happen too often, Ray. Most of the time, these lives are not rated by a bunch of, well, let's just say interesting people. But sooner or later, it will happen. Waste of time. Looked at the channel. 100% troll. I gotcha. So the cat is looking just kind of out, kind of our backyard area. Since this is Rosemary, she's out in their screened-in porch. So she's just kind of looking out, seeing what's going on. We had a snake out here about maybe 3 weeks ago now. Black snake, about 5 feet long or so, which was interesting. So, but you know, cats can see a lot better than us humans. So she was just kind of checking out her surroundings. She can't hear the birds, but she can definitely see the birds and, you know, bugs and stuff like that that's around. So I'll probably be out here for a little bit longer. Rosemary is not wanting to hang outside too much. I have the door closed. I will open it up so she can go in here momentarily. And I'm just going to go and we'll check out our other 8 kitties. Rosemary sometimes a little temperamental. Hello there, Rev. Hope you're doing well on this Friday. Because so far nobody's had a good week, but some have had great, some have had so-so, and some have had bad. I'm sorry to hear those who might have had a bad week. Hopefully the weekend gets better. Usually does. All right, Rosie, we're going to head back in. I know you don't want to be out here. Rev, today was a good day? Good to hear, Rev. So we're going to go up. We're going to go hang with... What? Hi. We're going to go hang with Yoda for a little while. See if he's psychotic. Probably will be. Rev, you have a challenge for me? Oh, okay. I guess what's the challenge? Is it to go a whole live stream without talking? Hello, Yoda. All right. So up on the bed there is Yoda, and let me check the chat here. Um, I'm not getting a good signal. Sorry to hear about that, Tranquil. Hopefully it'll get better. Rev, rub a comb in front of the cats. Make the burr sound. I don't know if I even have a comb, Rev. I would have to look. If I can find a cat, Rev, or cat, I think I can find plenty of cats around here. If I can find a comb, I can try it. Tranquil, Miracle is doing well after her surgery. Awesome to hear, Tranquil. Hello there, Bruce. Hope you're doing well. The noise that you heard a little bit ago, Itzel, was oven timer. I know there's always a little bit of delay. But this is a Yoda. Yoda's about 7. As you can see, he's a tuxedo. He's a rambunctious little boy. Apparently my wife is saying comb is in the linen closet in one of the drawers. Okay. Yoda was a bit of a nutcase yesterday during the live, so I don't know if he's going to be nutty or maybe he's calmed down again. He's definitely one of the favorites, though, I would say. Him and Pandora and Rosemary, I say, are definitely some of the favorites. My wife was saying he was insane earlier. He was chasing one of the tuxedos, Tiny, all over the place. And then he was also chasing the baby all over the place as well. See if we can get a pop-up Yoda. Hello there, Trish. You're new. Nice to meet you. Name is Adam, aka Catatainment. You're looking at Yoda right now. Yoda is one of 9 cats that we have. So if you love kitties, you're definitely in the wrong or in the wrong place. You're definitely in the right place. If you're a fan of cats, just stay tuned, and I tend to show all 9 of them during this hour-long stream. Most of the folks on here are cat fans, cat friends, cat parents. Rev has a doggy, couple of doggies. Excuse me. Ray has a doggy also, and I think that's it. So how many cats do you have? Because I saw the 2. So yeah, we have 9 altogether. If you hang with this live stream for the full hour, really for the first about 45 minutes or so, you will see all 9. Most of them, we have an older group of kitties. Yoda's probably the most playful, I would say, out of the 9. Tranquil, I saw he was at the vet for BW. Trish, you have 13 cats. Wow, there's not many people out there that have more kitties than we do. Are they a combination of rescues and foster fails, Trish? Or are they indoor-outdoor? Or, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit more about your kitties, if you want to. Out of our 9, the bulk of them are rescues or foster fails. All with varying ages. Siblings that are both 3 up to 19. Oh, what is it, Yoda? We have a radioactive kitty also in our midst. I will talk about that a little bit later. For those that are new, when I talk about Pandora, a radioactive kitty. When I get to her. It's a what's his phantom tax? I don't know. If I said the word phantom tax, I have no idea. So maybe it's a tax on phantoms. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, pop goes the Yoda. You gonna play in your tunnel, boy? Is it tunnel time? This is one of Yoda's favorite toys. This feather toy. We got one when he was a kitten. We fostered him and his siblings. There were 6 of them altogether. We fostered them about, going on 7 years ago. And we got one of these toys, and he always loved it. He still has the original one, but we decided to get him a new one because this part of it broke off. Hi, Yoda. Oop. The attacking Yoda. Hello there, Crimsnita. Sorry if I'm probably butchering that name, but hello. Right now we are just hanging with Yoda. He's one of 9 kitties that we have all together. So welcome. Hello there, eyeball. Trish, you have one of those toys? Well, I'd imagine with all those kitties, Trish, you have a lot of toys. And I'm sure how most of you are probably, you get toys, right? And then if they're in a big enough box, the cats get tired of the toys very quickly. And then what do? They just wind up loving and living in that box for a while. It's all about the box, not about what's in the box. Hey, Yoda. Are you going to do it? Alright, we're going to spend about 2 more minutes with Yoda, and then we're going to go check out some of the other crew, including the radioactive kitty. Nope. You're not quite as rambunctious tonight, Yoda, like you were the other night. This also doubles sometimes as Yoda's carrying cage. Yoda, I know, you just want to rub. Hi, you carrying this tube or this cube with you now? Is it like going to become like a little turtle? Now, Yoda has got a couple of chipped teeth. He chipped it off on a faucet a few years ago because he was being a bit special and chewing on the faucet, unfortunately. Trish, you got 5 kittens and 8 cats. Are the kittens, are those like foster kittens? Or do they come from maybe the cats? Like there's maybe like a mommy and a daddy there? Hi, buddy. I'm going to leave Yoda for now. We might come back to him. But for the time being, we are going to go check on some other kitties. He's got to stay in here. See, we don't have anybody in that room. The bulk of them are going to be in here. Let's go up first. Trish the mom, okay. And visit Tang. Hello there, Isabella. Got 9 kitties here all together, Isabella. This is Tang, one of the 9. Tang provides the color in the house with his markings, his beautiful orange tabby colors. He's a good kitty. Isabella, if you love kitties, this is kind of a good place for you to be because there are 9 cats here all together. And a lot of the other folks on here, they also are cat parents and dog parents too. Yep, Isabella, to answer your questions, how many cats do we have? We got 9. There is though, I think if they're still in here, Isabella, Trish I think she said 13. She's got 5 kittens right now, and she has 8 adult cats at the moment. Tang is 3. Tang was part of a fostering group that we had about 3 years ago now. We wound up adopting him and his sister out of the 5 that we were fostering. We had another orange tabby who unfortunately passed away around that time frame. So we're like, got to get another orange tabby. We got to have some color in our life. Tang is a boy. Trish, I have a cat named Tigger who looks exactly like him. Yeah, I noticed a lot of orange tabbies. They're very similar in look. I've noticed. What's Ray? Tang was part of a traveling circus and was left behind because he slept in. Yeah, it could be. Tang likes to chase his sister Tiny around. Hopefully I'll be able to show Tiny. Often when I do these live streams, Tiny and Kit are under the bed. They're normally just don't want to be on camera as much. But the other ones, they're good with it. Okay, so that's enough of Tang for now. Over here on this, yes, unmade bed, this is a king-size bed, so you can tell we have had the bulk of the cats on here at some point in time with like a picture. But being a king-size bed here, pretty much all the cats have a spot if they wanted to. We have 4 on there right now. Hello there, John. Hope you're doing well. And John, I guess I kind of had a trolley person earlier in the live, first 5 minutes or so that Ray took care of, but you know, it happens. Isabel, that's sad. I heard about cats, or they won't live that walk about cats. Talk about cats maybe. They will live long, but they will pass away. But he can't wait forever. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, cats, I mean, all living creatures eventually pass on. Trish, you got a big fat cat named Pete. Like Pete the Dragon. Let me start over here with this one. This one's the baby. Also, if anybody, I also have a lot of experience with cats. I've worked with kitties. I've lived with kitties for a very long time, worked in multiple animal hospitals. So if you have a question, maybe about cats in general, or if you have a concern or a question about a cat that you have or a cat that's living with you, then feel free to put it in the chat. And I think between myself and those that are on here can definitely help you. You know, you can always go online, of course, to Google things, but I think real world actual experience from fellow cat parents is a lot more usually accurate than sometimes what you find online. The baby here is about 13. The baby is a girl because I don't want to say because she's a calico, she's a girl, but calicos are like 99% female, just how they are with their genes. Very rarely you're going to find a male calico. They obviously exist, but they're very, very rare. And I think because of that, they can be a little bit more expensive too. Rev, where does this saying there's more than one way to skin a cat originate from? Rev, I think that originates from China, but honestly, it's just a guess. Trish, you need to subscribe. That's totally up to you. I mean, if you feel like this is something that you would like to see again or something that could bring value to you, then feel free to subscribe, but obviously completely up to you on that. Tranquil, talk about your day a little bit if you want to in the chat. It's again, it's up to you. But this is the baby, like I was saying. Over here, let me kind of get onto the other side. I'm going to save Pandora for last. Zeus! Now over here is a special kitty. I say that because one, she has diabetes. Isabel, I have a bearded dragon and you have 9 cats. I think that's right, yes. So what I was saying with Zelda here, she's a special kitty because she has diabetes. I don't know if anybody in chat ever had a diabetic cat or knows anybody who has a diabetic cat. Besides John, I know has a good friend who has a cat that has diabetes. She's had diabetes for going on nearly 9 years, which is a really long time to have diabetes and to still be alive. And she's 19. And she's trucking along. We do, obviously, her insulin shots, and we do some blood glucose curves at home. Let's see, what is John saying? You and me both, Tranquil. It was my last day at the current job, and I swear I had a pound of flesh taken from me this last week, especially today. They're getting the most out of you, John, before you move on to your new work. And congratulations again on that, John. I hope it all goes well with your new job. But like I was saying, Zelda here is a good girl. We had 3 originally, my wife and me, when we lived out in Arizona. Hello there, Annabelle, the happy carnivore. This is Zelda. You might have heard a little earlier. She is one of 9 kitties that we have. Let us know in chat, Annabelle, if you have kitties yourself, and welcome to the live. Like I was saying with Zelda, though, we moved from Arizona back in 2008, and we had 3 kitties at the time. Kitty, Kitten, and Zelda. Good morning from Australia. Awesome. Hey, Annabelle, that's kind of neat to hear because somebody in here, Rudini, who is Ray, he is from Australia, and he lives in Florida now, so small world sometimes, huh? Tranquil, your signal is buffering. I'm sorry to hear that, Tranquil. Hopefully it'll pick up. Speaking of that, or speaking of what you're saying, Annabelle, you had a beautiful tortoiseshell that she passed away. I've never been able to replace her. Yeah, I mean, we've gone through loss, Annabelle. We've lost 4, so we've had 13 total. You can't really replace any, but you can definitely just try to have more to give and to provide a new, a safe home for, I guess is how I'll say that. Hopefully that makes sense. So, but anyways, she's like I was saying, she's 19, and she's chugging along. She likes her little monkey here. She always likes her little monkey. All right, honey, I'm gonna let you be for now. Over here is another special kitty. All kitties are special, right? Let's see. Bruce, Indianapolis, Indiana passed a local law. The only way to get a pet, you must get it from a shelter. Really? Really, Bruce? That seems like a good idea. Instead of getting like, designer cats, right, or designer dogs, you just get a mutt, or you just save a life from a shelter instead of like paying $2,000 to get a rag doll or something. I do like that. John, I can't wait. They're already looking for me. They're already looking to me for recommendations for your coworker. Also, the summer party is in a month at the microbrewery in Williamsburg with free food trucks too. Awesome. Good to hear, John. So like I was saying, this is Pandora. Pandora is about 12 or 13. Now, an interesting fact for even those who have been in here for a while, who've gone to these live streams and has known me for a while. Pandora used to be a donor cat. She used to donate blood at one of the local universities in North Carolina, and for blood transfusions. So in her very, very much younger years, before we knew her, she was a donor cat. So that's just kind of an interesting little tidbit about Pandora. Much more recently, those who maybe knew, like I said, Trish perhaps, Annabelle if you're both still here, Pandora recently has gone through the what's called the I-131 treatment because she has a hyperthyroid issue. So she's gone through that recently, and that basically involves a shot of radiation into the bloodstream. It goes up to the thyroid. It destroys the tissue that's causing the problem, and it's what am I trying to say? And hopefully it'll take care of her thyroid issue. Oh, where you going, honey? Annabelle, my little cat was a feral cat. She came to me, and I got her about 5 weeks old. Ray, you're not sure about that law. It sounds well-meaning, but I foresee challenges, and what if they run out of shelter animals? Yeah, that would be a problem for sure. But I don't think they're ever going to run. I mean, unfortunately, they're never going to run out of shelter animals. I mean, people, and again, I don't want to offend anybody truly, but people are cruel, mean, and stupid when it comes to cats and dogs. Too many of them, at least. In my opinion. So, John, your cat billies are excited. I can eventually feed them healthier food and get better toys for them. Yeah, John, you know they're just going to want a cardboard box, though, and they'll be happy as, happy as need be. But anyways, that's Pandora's story. So slowly but surely, we're working with her, trying to get some more weight on her. And just supporting her and advocating her the best that we can. Let's see. Ray, what a concept. Shelter had to close. No work. John, you're right. Ray, what about rescuing dumped cats? And Bruce, all of your kitties have come from the shelter. Over here, and also Pandora is a female. The baby's a female. Zelda's a female. Over here, though, this handsome fella. This is Max, who's looking a little perturbed, like, why do you have this camera on me, human? You didn't ask my permission to do this. But this is Max, Whiskers Maximus, who's just not looking very happy right now. What is it, Max? You're okay, buddy. He's one of 3 tuxedos that we have. He's about 9. He has a medication called Cisapride. He has his guts, his digestive tract sometimes gets a little stuck. So because of that, he has to have a medication that kind of keeps his internal intestines smooth, and so food can run through them, flow through them properly. Isabel, oh my God, he's so cute. I wish I had that type of cat. Well, I mean, he's a tuxedo. He's a tuxedo, so it's pretty, it's a pretty common kitty. Ray, hopefully they will end up adopting through the shelters as the shelters and animal control get slow and empty, but also breeders and puppy mills will cry and sue. Yeah, Ray, I'm not a fan of puppy mills and some breeders. They're definitely, I don't feel like they have their best interest of the cats or the dogs at heart, unfortunately. Annabelle, he's a pretty kitty. Thank you. Yes, he is. He's a good boy too. He's just a little perturbed. Let me go around maybe and let me actually check to see under the bed very quickly to see if we can spot anybody. Well, we did. I don't know if you all can see. Let me see if I can put that on. So I'll make it a little brighter. That's Tiny, as you can see. She's kind of laid out here for y'all to get a glamour shot going. Mostly just her big old belly. But that's Tiny. And then over here, well, this is a water bottle. Not really much to say about that. And then over here is Kit. Hi, Kit. And obviously they got some glowing eyes because I got the flash on right now. And I can't really tell on chat if anybody's saying anything. So I'll have to look at chat here a little closer. But Kit over there, again, a rescue, adult foster fill, I should say. She was abused and neglected when she was younger. It took a long time for us to introduce her to our others at the time, and to get her willing and wanting to be petted. And now she's very greedy when it comes to attention. All right, I think Tiny's out. And let me check on the chat because I think I might have been missing something. Let me scroll down. Let's see, Rev, your son was a rescue from a breeder. That chat for his name was Shadow, but it made me sad because we put the cat thing like you have to put your pets in a different family room. Okay. All right, so let me get a little closer here to Tiny. As I was saying earlier, in this live, Tiny and Tang, who's just seeing his backside right now, these two are siblings, so they're related. They came from the same litter. Like saying there was a litter of 5. We wound up foster filling these particular 2. Let's see, what is John saying? You're in the countryside. Yep, cats who were dumped show up all the time. It's a wild countryside shelter. Choose who will become a family, but be good. Take care of those who choose you. Yeah, I wish, cat dumping happens, unfortunately, all the time. We have a county here out in North Carolina called Craven, pretty apt name, actually, that's known for people who dump cats all the time. Unfortunately, and this is a little sad, but again, these lives, I'm real with you and I'm honest with you, and I just tell you how things are. So take that for what it's worth, but just being raw and personal with these lives. There's like a bridge that's somewhere in Craven County, unfortunately, that is known for people to toss cats, kittens off of the bridge, and unfortunately, most of the time, they obviously do not make it. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. So I don't want to get too much into that, but it is reality and it does happen. And sometimes people are absolutely horrible when it comes to what they do to these innocent creatures that have no say in the matter. Because they'll love you no matter what, unfortunately. Even if you neglect or mistreat them, they still will come back to you sometimes. But Tiny's a good girl. Tiny's getting a little bit more active, I guess. Not active, what am I saying? She's getting a little bit more vocal, is what I meant to say. Do I need some salt, honey? Let's see, Ray. I just started watching this guy, Mcgawaihi, on Instagram that live streams him feeding several cat colonies near. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that W place. Ray. Yeah, there's also a channel. I normally don't talk about other channels much on these live streams, but I do on occasion. So some of you probably already know this channel that they feed. It's out in Austria, I think. Nixon Potato. Nixon Potato. They do a lot of feeding of strays also out there. And then also, what is the other? AU Kahu Official. She's out in Indonesia, another channel that I know out in Indonesia. She also does a lot of feeding of the strays out in Indonesia. Ray, I think my father-in-law did that with some of the pets when Jess was litter. Sorry to hear that, Ray. It's hard to forgive people who do inexcusable and awful stuff with animals and with kids. Get a little closer up with Max here. Get a better angle to him. Maxie. All right, I'm gonna go back to Yoda for a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap up here with Rosemary. Ray, you don't know Wakiki? I know it, Ray. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Wakikia, maybe. I'm terrible. If you ever want to have a good time with me on these live streams, write some interesting, or not even interesting, put in some like weird terms, and then try to have me pronunciate it, and you'll be laughing the whole time, because I'm terrible when it comes to pronunciating things. Hi, baby. All right, let's go back to Yoda. It's like, John, it's like where you live in the valley that you live in. I know it starts with an S, and I think it's something like Shenandoah. That's what I'm talking about. I am the worst when it comes to pronunciating things, and half the time, I feel like I can't talk. I'm a special person who loves kitties. So if you love kitties, then we'll get along just fine. Trish, channel. I don't know if that was a word for me to say or not, but I got channel good. Rev super califragilistic. I think I said that right. Ray, mostly if we as people do hurtful things, it's because we have been trained to do it, but it's hard to forgive some of this stuff. Ray, on that, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think sometimes it's the whole nature versus nurture kind of situation, for sure. And sometimes what you learn as a child, you carry as an adult, but not always. So I can kind of see where you're saying, though, and see where you're coming from. My wife here obviously is going to give me a good one. I'm gonna say this word incorrectly because I don't know how to pick up the S. I actually, as a child, I was in speech therapy, and I feel like I need to go back to speech therapy. I was never able to really say like my W's and R's. Like the word railroad, I can say it okay now, railroad, but when I was a child, I would say railroad. My wife wants me to say not Pacific, but suspific. Suspific? Yeah, I don't know. I can't say that. She knows that though. Rev Shenandoah. Oh, that's where John lives. Uh, yeah, you don't want to like have me be your English teacher for sure. But you can though, yeah, as you're listening to me ramble though, you can watch cute Yoda here, who's just doing his thing, or you can just turn the volume down and then just watch Yoda. Let me see. John Adam, you will have fun on my first live stream this summer. We have a Mountain Valley dialect here, and you'll never guess how our town names are pronounced. Maybe one of these lives, John, what I'll do, I'll just kind of show the cats, and then I'll just like have a list of words and see how badly I can butcher them. Maybe people want to hear that. Let me see. My wife is saying seashells by the seashore. Okay. Hi Yoda. You're being loving and affectionate right now, aren't you, buddy? Let me see what else. Ray, man, that's why it's not funny for me to mess with you on the words, but it's nice for you to have a good attitude about it. Well, I try to have a good attitude, Ray. Attitude makes all the difference to me. If you have a smile on your face and a kindness in your heart, that's the most important stuff. Annabelle, I had to have speech therapy as a little girl for a few years. Now you can't tell. You can still tell I have a speech problem, Annabelle. I never grew out of it. Hello there, crazy pirates. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in here. Good kitties, yep. What is that word, that term, crazy pirates? I think you were the one that had that term. Was it kawaii, I think? I think it was kawaii. And Crazy Pirates, I'm going to add you just as a normal stand-in moderator, so you'll be here for just if you want to check out other channels and all that stuff, you obviously can. Um, Ariana, hopefully Ariana, I said that correct. I am terrible with names, so I apologize if I'm butchering your name, but I think it's Ariana. Furball, yes, this is one of 9 furballs. Egg. Well, I don't know about the egg parts, but okay. Now, Yoda here doesn't make any eggs, but he definitely would eat them if he had the chance. Hey, don't bite me. So we're gonna hello there, Taj, India. You're from India. Oh, nice to see you there, friend. I think there's probably lots of cats in India, I'd imagine, right? Oh, shape. So Yoda is shaped like an egg. His head is kind of like a tomato. Um, his body is I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be like a big old ostrich egg. That's definitely a potential. Because he's got, and then you got his butt, which I'll show away from a little bit. You know, so he's a big black and white egg. He's gonna probably try and tear my skin off now because I'm making fun of him. Yep, teeth marks. He hasn't drawn blood yet, thankfully. But that always can happen. Because he's a little lunatic. Alright, I'm going to hang with Yoda here for about 1 more minute or so. And then after this 1 minute, we're going to go downstairs and I'll show you all, those who are new, Rosemary. She's a tortoiseshell. I think Annabelle, I think you were the one you said you had a tortoiseshell that passed away. So she's a tortoiseshell also. So I think you'll like Rosemary. She's one of the favorites of the bunch. She's a small kitty, and she's got some unique traits to her also, as pretty much all kitties do. Ariana, he's shaped like Zeus is. It would be scary if Yoda had some of the power that Zeus had. Throwing lightning bolts, I would be very afraid. Yoda's a bit of a lunatic, so I think him having those kind of powers, we would be doomed. Oh, you swink his butt. Some people say Yoda looks like Batman with his face. He looks like he's got a mask on, and I can... Yoda, did you draw blood? No, you didn't. Okay. But anyways, like I was saying, with his face, like he's Batman, and I can see that. Okay, enough of Yoda biting my skin and trying to hurt me. He's a good boy. All right. Catnip. Yeah, eventually, Bruce, I will have Catnip and Yoda again, and we'll definitely have some fun that night. But let's head out of here. And I think Rosemary should be downstairs. I guess I gotta mute this television though. You know how YouTube is sometimes with copyright stuff, even a commercial. All right, let's find Rosemary. She's being elusive at the moment. Gary's, well, for a second. And then I know my wife is making some noise here in the background, putting some cat food away. Rosie. Well, one of the things about Rosemary is she's deaf. So being deaf, you can easily sneak up on her. Let me see if I can try to pick her up for just a second. Rosie. Oh, I know you're okay. Get her up here. Okay. Now we're up here with Rosemary. She was being a little dramatic, as she tends to be on occasion. So she is our turtle shell. She is our tortoise shell. And sorry about the dishes over there, folks, but again, real life. Don't live in a museum here. But something special about Rosemary. Hello there, Cats for Nelson. Luis, hope you're doing well. One of the things about Rosemary, three things about Rosemary, I'm sorry. She's deaf, so she can't hear. She is 16 or 17, to answer your question there, Ariana. What else was I going to say? And she also has thyroid disease, too. Luis, does it worry you that she will step on the stove? Well, Luis, if she starts turning on the oven and then stepping on the stove, yes. But normally, no, it does not worry me. Uh, Now she's putting on a little show for you here. I know there are definitely some people out there that are like anti-cats on cabinets, on countertops. I mean, we are not those people. I think it's, kind of silly to try to limit cats' movements for vertical places. Those who know cats quite well know that cats need verticality. Well, that is a word. And that they are vertical climbers, and they love being up in higher places. So I'm not going to say that it's cruel that people don't allow their cats up onto the countertops and stuff like that. That's their own preference, of course, if they want to do that. But I think it's just kind of silly, though, just myself, as far as that goes. That's just my own personal opinion. But that's just me. Let me just kind of go through. Beans does the same thing. So if we cook, we cover the stove. Oh yeah, I mean we're always around the stove. Oh, I mean we're around the stove. We're around to make sure that that doesn't happen. Luis. Does she kitten? I'm not sure what that means. We never let our cats on the kitchen cupboards. We train them not to. Yeah, and that's fine if that's your thing. It's not our thing. I mean, we just don't. That'd be impossible, really. Our cats have us trained quite well. Hello there, Doom Marshall. Hope you're doing well. Luis, have you seen our videos with the shelves we just put up for our cats? I don't think I have, Luis. Is it a video? And if it is, I will catch it though. Um, Annabelle, we had a large house and a large backyard. Yeah, Annabelle, we have this is about a 3,000 square foot home, so it's plenty of space, and we have a screened in porch. We do have a backyard, but it's not fenced in, and we don't have, our cats are indoor only. Rev, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. See you next time. Annabelle, we just said no. We only had two, though. Yeah, we have nine, and hearing the word no, our cats don't know what the word no means. No means yes. And yes means immediate. So, we don't, they don't know what that word means either. Um, Cats for Nelson, it's a live stream, but I should make a video, huh? Yeah, so Cats for Nelson, or Luis, if you have like a part of your live stream that you want to turn it into a video, I would definitely do that. If it's something that you feel like would do well and that you think people want to watch. For sure. Our cat Angel was terrible for eating big lizards. Oh, nice. She would get sick from eating them. Interesting. I wonder if if the lizards had some kind of poison or venom inside them, Annabelle, that got the kitty sick, perhaps? Just guessing on that. Ray, have five inside right now, and wife puts cups and bowls on the counter for them to drink out of, so there's nothing I can do. Oh, also the other thing, it doesn't look like Rosemary's gonna do this right now, but she is a sink cat, so very often she definitely, those who have been on this channel for a while and have seen like community posts, they have seen Rosemary in her sink poses. She's our sink cat. We think she likes the vibration of or not the vibration, but like being by the water or something. Not really sure. Annabelle, not so sure. Cats for Nelson, you have the screened in porch though, right? Yes, we do have a screened in porch, so that's outside. Yeah, technically it is. I think it's cruel not to let them out at sometimes. That's your opinion. Gotcha. Ray, sometimes they can trip. They can kind of go on a trip, like an interesting visual trip, Ray, from eating lizards. It reminds me of that. I don't know how many of you are Simpsons fans, but there was a Homer long time ago. Obviously, he was licking frogs, and I think he saw some interesting things licking frogs. I know, honey. Your sink is full right now. Well, it's not really that full, but it's got stuff in it, doesn't it? And you're like, you don't like that. Annabelle, your cat loves drinking water from the laundry tap. Yeah, cats are weird, aren't they? You gotta love them, but they are definitely weirdos. And R9 are a weird group. Weird bunch, for sure. But I'm at my hour here. I don't like these to do longer than really about an hour. Your house is cleaner than mine. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, we try to run a tight ship here, Luis. You know, that's what we have all these cats for, because they do all the cleaning, right? I might have to videotape that sometime. But anyways, I'm going to start wrapping up here. And I just want to, I'll say hello, or goodbye, I should say. Like I said, I can't talk most of the time. To those who have kind of hung out with me for a little bit. So Ariana, Annabelle, Doom, John, Luis, Ray. I'm just kind of scrolling down here. Bruce, Tranquil, if you're still hanging with us. I think I said John already. I think I said Doom. I don't know. Trish, if you're still hanging here, just kind of scrolling down. I have a terrible memory, so I got to go back and try to remember who's even here. But anyways, you all have a good night. I do these lives every day. So I'll be live again on the weekend at some point in time. I can't really say when because it varies over the weekend. But for now, adios. Take care. Hug a kitty. Adopt an adopt an older cat if you can. And until next time, take care, peace, bye. Bye, Rosie. And Rosemary said bye too.